Hey guys, I'm gonna go ahead and do a full video. Usually I've been putting it. I got a little setting on my on my tablet that puts the video at standard frames per second. That puts it like limit for email. That'd be like 50 megabytes maximum, and that's just a lot easier to upload, and it's like 2 minutes, and I think a lot of people appreciate my videos are just under 2 minutes. At least I hope so. It's convenient. But anyway, it's a really short upload time. It's really nice. Anyway, sorry. Let me talk about something, and it's a lot of freaking things I've been getting hit with. It's like, curious, hey, whoa. I don't think you're really understanding what a social democrat is. Brother, you sound like a social democrat. And that shit got me tripping, because anything with socialist, I'm like, no. Oh, what would my lord and mentor, friggin' God, Joe McCarthy say, A pinko! I'm a pinko! I'm a friggin' pinko commie! I'm a pod person! Jump off a bridge. Whores! Un-American! No, really though, some of that shit's like, fucking Brave New World gone wrong. But anyway, no, I figured out what exactly besides the friggin' cultural Marxist fucking social progressive bullshit, since I'm a social conservative, Oh, I'm sorry, well, hey, fuck it, I'm for exclusive politics on freaking social issues, Oh, you're black, oh, you're lesbian, oh, you're friggin' gay, oh my god, you're friggin', trans, dwarf, no, not dwarf, because those are the physical thing. That's something different, I hope. I gotta remember not to friggin' go into the friggin' things about age. As long as it's, let me go through the other thing. As long as it's not age, disability, or friggin', age, disability, or wealth. I gotta remember not to make jokes about that, because that's things I support. Unfortunately, that includes crazy people, friggin' disabled people, the poor motherfuckers like me, and friggin' all the other dregs of society. Okay. Power to the lubid protocat. I'm not saying that right, but you know what I mean. I don't think you do, but oh well. I'll leave it a mystery. Now, oh God, 3 minutes already? God, I'm blabbering at the mouth. Hey, don't able me! View, rate, subscribe, where's my jug? Anyway. No, but I figured out why, for the 2 people left that are listening, that I'm not a social democrat. Or, I'm sorry, a democratic socialist. Besides just being friggin' weirded out by the name socialist altogether. It's because they're still socialists, even though they want a democratic society for business. And I'm all for the economic egalitarianism of it, but they don't respect free trade and property ownership. Now, as an economic egalitarian and futurist, I have a lot of things about trying to get to a post-scarcity society, and being an environmentalist, I want that to be a sustainable society. And that means that you have to recognize natural borders. So I have a lot of problems with immigration, energy policy, business, money, economics, how that works. But the difference is, even though I want a lot of freaking wealth distribution, because I want everybody to be near to a post-scarcity society as you can get without class stratification because of social status, because we live in a capitalist society with economics. If you look it up, there's no woofie points. The woofie points is a real thing. Or waffle points. It's a book by Down Out in the Magic Kingdom. It talks about post-scarcity, which I don't believe is possible because you'll always run out of resources, you'll always run out of energy, and you'll always run out of land. Too many damn people, it's just taking over the planet. You could all house them in friggin' New Jersey or L.A., but, that'd be wall-to-wall people, and no one's going to be, no one's going to be living anytime soon because somebody's got to be out making the food, everything. Well, people just tear each other apart, Yeah, it's like rats in a cage, it's just ugly. But really, just for itself, physically, that's about how much all humanity takes up its space. Now, how many acres or hectares or whatever that's called, how many square acres of frigging farming space of arable land do people need per person to survive with the equivalent amount of water and food on it? I think it's about friggin' 5 acres, maybe 2 acres. I'm not sure. But that's what they need to survive. Now, what does the wilderness need to survive? To friggin' keep the ecosystem going, to keep the farms going, to keep us going. I don't know. I'm sure it's like 100. And you put 100 acres for nature, for farms, for us, plus all the additional space we need for society, to get here, to get there, da-da-da-da-da. You got about like 200 acres. Now, 200 acres times everyone on the planet. What are we up to, like 8 billion? I forgot. I'm sorry, I just forgot. I don't know it off the top of my head. We're silly numbers. And let's put it that way, silly numbers. So, we're running out of friggin' land. That's the problem with scarcity. You can never overcome it unless you put on strict population control. And, well, the nightmare begins there, So it has to be both economically and environmentally sustainable, if you see what I'm at point. Now, I've had a lot of ideas about how this could work. That's kind of like why I used to think I was a nationalist. But I realized that nationalists, besides being friggin' mostly fascist, almost always fascist, or collapses into fascism, like I believe socialism collapses into friggin' communist fascism, because people say that friggin' socialism is just a midpoint between capitalism and communism. It's been said. So I look at socialism like, oh, no thank you. I don't think so. That's another reason I'm not a social democrat, because I don't believe business and society can function on a fixed plan. See, so if you don't have free trade and you don't have private ownership, my God, and a money system, you have to have a money system. They all sound so evil, I admit. Why can't we just have this freaking socialist paradise where everyone, like the freaking Rush song, Closer to the Heart, the plowman and the carpenter, and everybody knows the part. Who decides what part you are? Are you a redundant piece of the friggin' machinery? It all collapses back into stratification, just like freaking USSR. That's why socialism is bullshit, because it doesn't have the proper checks and balances to freaking do it. Now, that's why I propose economic egalitarianism, because we do get a freaking redistribution of wealth through taxes, but we have a social network that allows for a social safety net. A holistic approach to freaking society. Now, capitalism makes sure the hell may not seem like that. When everyone wants to eat the rich, and the rich are eating everyone, because that's horse shit. But we got a whole world situation, where, America is unfortunately at a precipice, being the last dinosaur, and those funny little thing called nukes are the Kobayashi Maru, which in Star Trek terms means frigging, the self-destruct button, of society. And we'll see what's happening is the oil is moving, the money is moving close back to the oil. And yet, the 2 or 3 world power nations are the major users of that oil and have the major weapons. So things are pulling apart, they're stressing. And if it snaps, like it snapped with Russia, there's a lot of free-floating fucking nukes out there now, because, I'm surprised it isn't the sum of all fears where we've had frigging nuclear terrorism, and terrorism. That's just friggin' things factoring, 50 years of friggin' a Cold War, we won, and all those friggin' satellite things are out there like, okay, well, this is the way we live now, we're still going on, whether you're having your little Cold War or not, we're fighting to get up into the friggin' nuclear friggin' family too, and then nuclear proliferation happens, in places like North Korea and Israel and friggin', who else? Who else doesn't deserve a fucking nuke? Oh, Pakistan and India and friggin' the rest of them, and other people are trying to get nukes like Iran. Oh, well, great, death to Israel, and fucking Israel's got their nukes that they won't talk about, and, oh yeah, but those 2 people, once they get nukes, they'll be perfectly happy and never friggin' having limited nuclear exchange, which can destroy the world just through a freaking nuclear winter, or collapse society, which will cause a nuclear war again, It's just an expansion of war games, except it's called survival games in the world we're living now, or freaking collapse, That's what's really happening. And that's why I'm not a social democrat, because socialism is unsustainable. It's unsustainable. I think you have to have freaking environmental sustainability, and you have to have freaking economic sustainability. And I'm personally for social. God, I hate it when I can't think. Wow, I can't believe my own my own friggin' catch term, and I can't remember it. Oh well, wait, I'm gonna remember that. Hold on. I remember. Social deregulation. Which means, yeah, I know, Cures, you don't like the blacks or the queers or the women, they're kind of uppity, for a straight white male, yeah, straight, that's, whatever, you freaking YouTubers are making me queer. Oh, Jesus, I caught the gay from you fucking atheists. That's what I get for being godless. No, seriously though, that's why I'm not a social, democratic socialist, because socialism just doesn't work. There you go. There's my 15 minutes.